What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. And today we're here with my written paper, Eternal Authenticity, youtube.com/help make a difference. But yeah, we're here today speaking about the COVID-19 coronavirus. So, to be honest, this is a huge phenomena, epidemic, fearful scenario that's going on throughout the world. And again, I don't know all the, terminology for this. I don't know, all the different little details about this whole thing. I don't know, like all the technical, analytical things about this. I am just sharing something from my heart, and the valid voice that I have is here to express some truth. So, anyways, there's a lot of questions I have about this world, and honestly, throughout my life, I will be uncovering and discovering answers for stuff and establishing peace, on some of these questions. At the same time, I am able to connect dots, with like the type of energy that comes across from these epidemics, from these news stories, from, the media, just in general, about other stuff. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see these politicians and whatnot on TV talking about it, news reporters, this, that. And it's like, I'll almost want to laugh and start crying because it's like, here we are, it's like you notice the separation amongst people, and it's like, wow, imagine if all these so called news reporters, all these politicians, all these fearful, scared, worried people, imagine if they all would actually listen to us, the spiritual people, indigenous, natural, vegan people, awakened people, and we all went into the jungle together, and, participated in continuous healing, outside of just healing in the matrix in the city, but to actually show and get them to understand, you know, the deeper meaning, understand and overstand, true healing, and like, to be able to see our vision, and I guess that's something also I've had to gain peace on, that hey, everybody's looking at the world and seeing the world with different eyes, some people's visions are very relatable, and we may share a similar vision, and it's relatable and whatnot. And then I guess that's all part of freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, hey, if everybody was the same, that'd be pretty interesting. That would be cool if the whole world was healed and truly on the same page, but just on, on a mass level. Guess what? People are trying to control the world, literally, So I can only speak on, truth. I can only speak on healing truth. I can only speak, on truth. You know what I'm saying? And the message will ultimately benefit and help out and inspire millions of people as well, in the long run. So that's why I'm speaking about it. Like, when you see the news and you see these tragic news stories, on the TV, whatever, people, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Just drama, fear, trauma, tragedies, bad events, worst case scenarios, etc., etc. How do you feel when you hear that? When you like are around that? You don't feel too well. because it's your lower nature, fearful emotions and energy. Now, how do you feel when you're doing what you love? Meditating, you know, singing, dancing, bicycle riding, hiking, you know, um, doing YouTube, being with the one you love, cooking, even cleaning, what I mean? Simple things like that. Traveling, etc., with your family. Like the list goes on and on for this. And it's like whatever we focus on grows, so that's why like I'm grateful that I've been able to learn how to be alone, to be able to listen to my heart and follow my heart, not to be in situations that don't serve me, even if that does mean, even if that does equate to me being alone at times, because I have my own solitude and peace of mind to just be able to gather my thoughts and everything, because it's a massive world with a whole lot of voices, and not everybody's, speaking the truth. Not everybody's who we aspire to be like. Not everybody's, truly healthy and on the same page as us. And that's all right. That's the diversity in the world. And that's part of freedom. We all have our own path and whatever. It's just, I'm always the one that's gravitating towards, a nerdy lifestyle, with love, with, sacred principles, with health, with healing, with long term mindset, mentality, with abundance, with the royal type of vibe, with, just uplifting, nourishing and nurturing amazing vibes, that type of environment, no drama, no lower vibrations, no just reckless stuff. None of that. Just a high note. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly. Like, on the beach, cruising, you know, away from the masses. You know what I'm saying? Just with a cool vibe area. You know what I mean? With the true tribe or whatever. That's what I'm into. And we notice this with, that's what we focus on. That's what I'm focusing on. So like, as I've become, alone to detach and go on my journey, of healing, of gathering all this research and information and working out and going and doing in the work, doing the YouTube, documenting my transformation, like actually going out and buying all the stuff for these past 3 years and beyond, but especially the last 3 years, studying my mentors, going to seminars, investing in courses, lectures, you know what I'm saying? Listening to documentaries and, lectures, seminars, questionnaires, speeches, all this stuff from my mentors, for hours and days, like, and to finally start, I'm finally having even more and more build up of momentum, like for me to have better production, improved production. That's why I'm always encouraging people to produce, because it's like, sooner or later you're like, hey, you really get inspired and you finally get the courage to do it, as well, to be on the stage, because I'm able to produce and I'm able to consume, I'm still going to eat a lot of vegan food, I'm still going to, listen to music and tune in to my favorite mentors, and conscious awakened people, uplifting type of people, I'm not going to be on here all day doing that. I'm not going to be here just for days, just eating and not doing nothing. I'm not going to be here for days and just all day 24/7 just only listening to people on YouTube or TV or radio or any of that stuff. No, I'm doing both. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they think they know it all, and all they do, they just want to like produce everything, and like they don't eat, they're starving themselves, and like they're just rushing and racing throughout life trying to control people and stuff, and they don't ever listen. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever consume information, from other sources. They don't ever consume food, like, and they're out of whack, they're out of balance, they're in disharmony. And some people, all they do is consume. All they do is just listen. Like, all they do is just like, yeah, like watch TV, watch YouTube, listen to everybody else dictate their own life. All they do is just eat all day, and they don't have a voice. They don't speak up. They don't have a platform. They're not sharing on YouTube. They don't even speak up in their own relationship, or they don't even speak up in, at work or wherever on YouTube or anything. And, you know, all they do is consume. So it's like it's on both sides. And like I realize it makes sense, to produce and consume. Like, which I guess that's why I'm in the Holy Grail on the throne, because like, this is a cool niche that works for me, because I'm not out here trying to control, what other people want to do in their life. So for me, this is what works for me. I realize that, you know, to be able to listen and to also be able to share, and like when I'm speaking about this COVID-19 corona stuff, like, man, I don't even need to stress myself out over it, because I have almost 900 videos speaking truth, that has been transforming me dramatically for 3 years. And, it's benefiting me, and I'm well and I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? So like, cause I know I'll go in these stores, and guess what? All the toilet paper and paper towel and everything is just wiped out. All the food is gone. All the food is just like ransacked. People are like just rushing, racing in a panic, in a rush, in a hurry, very fearful, very, very scared and fearful, frightful, and I'm just being myself, paying like I always do, what I'm saying? And like, it's, that just shows the truth, you know what I mean? And like, that's why I'm doing YouTube videos, because like, at least I'm doing something, you know what I mean? At least I'm doing something. And it's just like, man, it's funny how life changes and works too, because I was younger, when we were younger, maybe a similar event might have happened, with certain catastrophes or whatever in the world. And, we still would be kind of calm, but still, before we started awakening, we had that fear within us too, and we were just like, man, what's going on in this world? This and that, under control and stuff. But then it's like, when I've awakened on this little short awakening journey, I'm like, wow, a lot of my life was a lie, because it's like, the more and more, it's just, I'm on a lifelong journey to the heart, with the red pill. So it's like, if I'm only 3 years into this, I guess that's why everybody's saying to me, oh, keep going, Eternal Authenticity Sky. You're going to be laughing. You're in for a wonderful surprise. You're going to be laughing so much. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm keeping on going. Because, like, it's how we feel, and, like, I wonder about a lot. It's like the journey to the heart, journey within. It's also a journey to truth too, because where does all this stuff come from? Like, people talk, like, you don't really see people out and about, to be honest. I've been saying this in a lot of my videos. A lot of times I'm outside. Yeah, there's people sometimes walking dogs, out just walking together. There may be a few sports or whatever, but I'm talking about like as a lifestyle. People aren't out like that, especially there's nobody like me at all. And I guess that's why I'm so happy, because, I'm showing out, what I'm saying? I'm being the chosen one. So anyways, like, that's that. And I don't know, it's just, when you go out into a safari, a jungle, an island paradise, into like the wilderness of a tropical, natural, indigenous space, I just already can feel, almonds, walnuts, dates, strawberries, grapes, kiwis, coconuts, limes, arugula, herbs, all the different herbs to put in teas, to meditate with, to have sage, to, like all the type of scents, all the different type of oil, essence, essential oils, all make that into a natural shampoo and lotion and, body wash, scrub, like all of that. I'm talking about avocados, okra, mushroom, onion, sweet potatoes, what else? Zucchini, cucumber. The list goes on. I'm not even into celery and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's hybrid. Peaches, pears, apples, coconut milk, hemp milk, vanilla almond milk, walnut milk, hazelnut milk. You know, there's a whole lot out there too that I haven't even had. Kale, I already said that probably. Cacao, maca powder, moringa, spirulina, chlorella, stuff like that. That's all plants, plant based, and the list goes on too. That's just off the top of my head here doing on YouTube. I have a lot written, you know what I mean? And oh yeah, this is also youtube.com/help make a difference. Eternal authenticity, baby. Follow us on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity. Yeah. But anyways, that's all that I just named. That's how it is in the jungle, in a natural space. The air is clean. There's no pollution. There's no sirens. There's no buses. There's no public transportation, BO. There's no sidewalks and concrete and cement and, GMO foods and, chemtrails, and there's none of that stuff. Imagine just like Tarzan, or imagine like George of the Jungle. Like, yeah, life is real life. That's a movie. At the same time, it's based off of, or indigenous origin of us, and like, Narnia, all that stuff. Dare to dream, dare to, go in your own truth. Life can be, real life can be better than a movie. You know what I mean? So like, I'm saying that the air is going to be so clean in the jungle and whatnot, because guess what? That's all there is nature. Trees, massive trees that go up to the sky. Thick trees that have so many rings and circles because it's so old that you're not going to knock it down with one little axe. You're not going to knock it down, with this or that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Nature's not to be messed with, so the trees are going to be so great and fertile and strong and deeply rooted. It's going to be clean, fresh air, higher elevation and a vibration, all natural resources, clean water, no rusty pipes for the water to go through, no chemicals, no fluoride in the water at all. It's just fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, herbs, spices, that's that. You know what I mean? And all the animals, we just leave the animals alone, So like, that's how it is. Sunshine, hot springs, whatever. Just like a whole infinite list in nature's pharmacy there for us. An alkaline environment, peaceful, tranquil, harmonious. Everything is in cadence, in tune, on the same divine clock. You know what I'm saying? In divine order, a synthesis. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet. It's fascinating. It's adventurous. It's a stress reliever. You know what I mean? Stress reducer. Just living out there, the ocean, the waves, being amongst nature, being amongst other animals, allowing them to be peaceful in their own natural habitat, you know, just like that. Simple. You know what I mean? Simple. So, like, the list goes on. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Calm. So, like, whenever this massive stuff like an epidemic or whatever, COVID-19, coronavirus, this is that, question that. That's all I'm saying. Question that. It's going to take more than some hand sanitizer and washing your hands. Yes, that helps, of course. At the same time, you got to go on the journey within. That's all I'm representing, is a journey within to the heart. So that's what I have to say. That's my words on that. That's my voice on that. Thank you all for listening, watching. It's Eternal Authenticity, youtube.com/help make a difference. Follow us on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity, baby. But yeah, thank you all for all the support and love and appreciation and compassion and surprises and gifts and blessings. Help us out. We will help you out. Check out the links below in the description for health and wellness consultations. Y'all have an amazing day. Stay strong, stay healthy. There's nothing to fear or worry about. It's only the beginning of this amazing healing journey that I'm on and sharing with you. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.